Le intro. Le intro. Oh shit. Hang on. We gonna hit that record.
Timber me timbers. Hang in my yard.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good morning, depending on wherever you are in the world. We global, like DJ Khaled said. We global. It's your boy, the Admiral Robbie J. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a comment, dive off in the live chat here on YouTube. Hit us up on Sportscaster. Follow me on all social media at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z. NET. Hit us up, Apple, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Leave that 5-star review, all that good stuff. Without further ado, welcome to the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, the one and only network where we are analysts. We don't fucking play analyst. We are analysts. Little subliminal shot there. Yeah. Let's see here. I am joined by my wonderful co-host, the resident fanalist. It's your boy, Nick Howard, ladies and gentlemen. What's good, bro?
What's good, homie? How you and all the Rum family doing today?
I'm snowed in again. Like, that's the bad part about living in Colorado is that you can guarantee that every single show, every other show, I will start off with, I'm snowed in. Fucking sucks. But yeah, other than that, dude, like, you know what it looks like outside here in Colorado really quick? You've seen Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know the part where Han has to go out and find Luke and he's got to cut open the thing and he's got to put Luke in it to keep Luke alive in that blizzard?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like that outside.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Fucking walked my dog this morning and I was like, you know what? Can you just shit and get this done and over with, please? You ready to dive into the show, bro?
Bro, I'm so ready.
Fuck yeah. Really quick, I see that the good old boys fantasy football, they are up in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, here over on YouTube. Check them out. I'm going to be featuring on, and make sure you guys subscribe to their channel. I'm going to be featuring on their show tonight, but that podcast will be released, I believe, tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know. My schedule's everywhere, dude. As you know, I just got done getting off of one podcast, and now here we are at Rumboyz Studios putting in work for another podcast.
Yep. And you got another one later, man.
Yep, and I'm gonna be on the good old boys tonight. Busy, man. Hardest working man in sports. Move over, Pat McAfee. I got this shit here. The energy is live.
The energy is live. I love Pat though, but
I love Pat.
But I don't know him like I know you, so
he's like, I don't know him like I know. Hey, you know the work. You know the work. You part of the work, bro.
Hell yeah.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rum boys and girls. What
you do? Dilly.
Dilly is correct. Shout out to Jimmo the Icon over on Sportscaster. He's going to be live with us for Rumboyz After Dark.
Hell yeah.
Oh, bro, the bookings are crazy right now. The bookings are insane. Hardest working man in sports, bro. Let's get into the first topic of today's show. Normally we start off our show with some NFL chatter, but this weekend was just too damn good in boxing. Well, also in MMA for us personally, which we're going to talk about. We'll touch on that a little bit as well. I mean, you brought it up before the show, but in boxing, Deontay Wilder claims his 40-pound walkout costume apparently weakened his legs before the fight. You buying this whack-ass excuse or nah?
Nah. Especially because you pointed out to me that he's worn it before. Like, I just think it was like trying to save face, like after the bad showing you put out. He got fucked up in that one, man.
Hey, in the words of one of the greatest movies in American history, from a great comedian, Chris Tucker, playing as the character Smokey.
Oh my god.
You got knocked the fuck out.
I like, damn, too.
Damn. No, his legs. So Deontay Wilder's legs became rubber not once, not twice, but 3 times. Oh, Rumboyz graphics absolutely has no chill. I mean, look at this picture of Wilder here in the corner, dude. Like, could you imagine that? Like. Now, I want to go ahead and we're going to take to Facebook really quick. We're going to read some of the fan comments. You know, I want to read some of the comments from Facebook, bro, because I caught a lot of shit yesterday. All right, if you will. So first, how do you, while I look up these comments, how do you feel about your pick, man? You had picked Wilder, and I'm gonna say I told you so.
I know. Like, I was watching it, and I thought how it started. And I was like, I might have been wrong here, man. I picked the wrong dude. It was bad for Wilder. Yeah, I don't like my pick, man. I just thought, I don't know, it was close the first time. I was giving Fury a chance, but I don't know. Part of me just felt like you got to go with your gut, but like my gut was wrong this time.
Your gut was definitely wrong this time. I want to shout out Clutch Packs. He said for Wilder's walkout costume, he thought that he was Black Panther. Let's see. My homie Marcel, he states, bruh, he fought an out-of-shape Fury the first time, and his best punch couldn't put Fury out for the count. Twice, by the way. Fury realized how much Wilder relies on his God-given talent to knock you out instead of actual boxing strategy. He changed his camp and brought the pressure, and Wilder got exposed. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely what I kept preaching, what I kept validating as to why I had picked the way that I had picked. Once again, like I stated on the 5 Yard Rush podcast, no matter the sport, ladies and gentlemen, let's not always go off of stats. Let's not always go off of next gen stats, box scores, so on and so forth. It's okay to watch film. It's okay to actually sit back and watch a fight, to actually watch a game, to watch a match, to further your knowledge. My homie Justin, aka Little Boy, he stated that's his real nickname. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's his real nickname. He kind of reminds me of you, actually, Nick, by the way. Nobody made him wear that shit. Maybe this motherfucker should know his own strength if his legs are too weak for 40 pounds of costume. This is such a shitty excuse because my little brother's carrying double that on his back for miles at a time every day as an infantry medic. This dude is just a pussy and sad he lost. I agree. Our Oakland Raiders writer stating people were or we wore heavier shit in Afghanistan. Absolutely correct. You never hear any of us complaining, oh man, I got shot because my vest is too heavy. Fury did a whole WW gig and still has the juice. I like this. Kids, my homie Alec Reyes from high school. Kids, this is what a sore loser does. They don't admit their faults and find excuses for the consequences of their actions. And now, here is the best one of all. One of my own flag football teammates. We're both from Virginia. I want to shout you out, AD. Nick, I told you I was doing this. Wilder fans, Wilder betters, my brothers and sisters out there in the melanin community, Wilder lost hands down. But what about those flappy gloves? I'm not sure what to think about that. Your thoughts, bro. Fury is supposed to be known as a cheater, but I don't know. Now I could continue to go through this thread. I continue to be told that I need to do my research. Continue to have, the fact that I stated that the Redskins should not re-sign Trent Williams, and it sounds like that they are going to re-sign Trent Williams. And then I came out and then I reported on the fact that it sounds like we are going to re-sign Trent Williams in a previous episode of the Rum Report and also on my social media. Here's what I'm going to state, okay? Just like the fighter himself, okay? And we also saw this when Adrian Broner had his last loss and became a sore fucking loser.
Yep.
I'm doing this for the hood. And then you had the memes. Oh, well, you ain't doing this for this hood, da-da-da-da-da. And then you had people like, oh, why can't we stand by the brother, da-da-da-da-da-da. Look, this is the world of fucking sports. I am so sick and tired. There are certain things that I understand where those type of issues, social issues may be brought into sports, and that line could be crossed. This is not one of them for you to do them with. The better fighter won. Clearly in this comment, the person even stated that Fury won hands down.
Yep.
You already know that it is what it is. Why continue to reach? Just like the fighter is reaching, trying to blame it on a costume, you are absolutely as preposterous as the fighter for trying to condone this as an excuse. This is participation buck. Participation trophy culture rearing its ugly head mixed with trying to make this a social issue. Why is that boxing is the only time that we care? Oh, if he's fighting for the pride of Ireland. Oh, if it's a UK fighter, if it's an American fighter, this, that, and the third. Why is this that this is the one sport? And we even do it with MMA. We do this with combat sports, period.
Yep.
I understand it in the Olympics. Part of the Olympics is to show that your country is better than the other country. You have better athletes, you're stronger, faster, better. It's meant to show that you're stronger, faster, better through competitive nature, through sports. I get that in the Olympics. Why are we doing this with boxing? Why can't this be two men that got in the ring? One man was better. One man made a bullshit excuse, and it is what it is. Let's not try and validate this bullshit excuse. And if you do this, and I'm going to take it to a further extent, a parenting extent, because I can do that as a father. If you do this with your children, I do not want my child on the exact same team as your children.
Yeah, man, I think it's ridiculous, like kind of bringing like race and kind of like in a way like certain identity politics into sports in general, but it is a really big problem in combat sports, boxing especially. Like you always hear like who is it, like whenever like somebody doesn't know about a fighter, like you always hear like somebody go to explain, like the first thing is like he's a Latino, he's a Mexican guy, he's an Irish guy, he's an African American fighter, he's he's just your token American like white boy. Like that's like the first thing you hear when like a fight is like talked about like novice fans or even like some like really hardcore fans.
I hate when I get into barroom debate arguments over boxing or MMA, and like, oh well, he's a Mexican fighter, he's the pride of Mexico. Da, da, da. You know how Mexican fighters are? How? Oh, well, they're scrappy. Da, 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 da. All right, well, give me your take on an Irish fighter then. Oh, well, they're scrappy. It sounds like that it's just a matter of fucking training and who the hell is training you. More so than it's about where you're from, cultural identity, this, that, and the third. I have never personally gone onto a mat, gone into a ring, and now have I walked in with an Italian flag wrapped around me? Yes. My name was a Black Italian Stallion when my mom had me in boxing. I never, but I get the pride of representing where you're from the fighter's aspect. I completely understand that aspect. I get the pride aspect of it. I do not get where the pride overcomes the sport. The pride should never overcome the sport. The sport and the essence of the competition should always be the integrity and the essence of the competition. At the end of the day, it should always be the better man won.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the flip side of this, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like, the better man always wins. Like who's meant to win wins. Like I don't know to like arguing like how crazy like social media gets with anything nowadays. It's also like especially like an outrage culture with sports. Like it's ridiculous. Like certain teams will win a ship and it's like it's discounted because of just bullshit. Like who won. Like get over it. Move on.
What I want to know is in this sport. So we've seen this in football where it took for pretty much this year for the debunking, if you will, of it. And we can see proof of this even in this year's combine, which starts February 27th, where, now they have a lot more RPO type style drills and stuff like that. We're seeing now where the debunking of, the black quarterback is, coming, and so on and so forth. We're seeing this in football where that old school mentality of thinking is kind of going away. What is it going to take in this sport that we love of combat sports for this to go away? Because I don't personally like it, and I don't like that I get attacked as an analyst because 2 months ago when the fucking fight was announced, or 3 months ago when the fight was announced, because I choose to study the sport and I do my research, that I picked Tyson Fury. Now all of a sudden something's wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. I don't have like an issue, with Deontay Wilder or anything like that. It's just you don't have, when it comes to real boxing, you just have talent. You just have knockout power. You can't actually box. You can just really hit hard, which is a part of boxing, but it's only a secular piece of the sport. You've never won a fight by point. When's the last time that Deontay Wilder won a fight by points?
Yeah.
You can't box. So that is my issue. And I want to make sure that I state that to the people that felt that I'm going to go ahead and fucking say it, being Uncle Tom for my pick. No, I didn't Stephen A. the goddamn pick. I didn't pull a whole, Stephen A. with the cap situation. I didn't do that. I studied and I picked based off of my studies. I picked off of who has the better defense. Fury's defense in that fight this weekend, Nick, was his offense. He laid that 273-pound body on Wilder and just kept bow, bow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also played the psychological aspect. He licked another man's blood.
That was some savage shit right there.
To be honest, a lot of people, that was tasteless for them. When that happened, I got excited. Establish fucking dominance.
Mm-hmm.
Establish dominance.
Yeah, we've talked about it in the past, man. Like you can win a lot of sports. You can win a lot of everything with like mentality. Like if you win it like mentally, you fucking all you gotta do is just carry it out. You win the mental game, like you're good. Like the mind is a powerful fucking thing. You break somebody else's spirit, you fucking snatch somebody else's soul. Like Goggins says, it lends itself to you. You got to go out there and execute. Like you gotta follow through. Like you gotta finish the job. But
I can't remember the Twitter account, but someone on Twitter was like, "Oh, that's as bad as when Tyson said that he was gonna eat Lennox Lewis's babies." Like, or no, it wasn't Lennox Lewis. It was Holyfield. It was Evander Holyfield. He's like, "I'll fucking eat the kids, man. I'm gonna eat the kids. So I'm gonna kill you. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Play with me, man."
Yeah, I love Tyson, but yeah, he was over the top, man.
Yeah, like people like it is bad as that. It's like, no, it's not.
One of my favorite clips ever, though. Tyson is just, my back is broken.
What'd you say, Nick?
Spinal.
What?
Fucking Mike Tyson in that interview, like, my back is broken. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, spinal. He just fucking
Spinal.
Just kept on fucking saying spinal.
Nick, you keep with the Mike Tyson talk. I got me left, man. Let me tell you, man. I got me left. Don't tell me, Nick. Don't right across the screen.
I love Tyson, but yeah.
I love Tyson. I'm sorry for that impersonation. Don't worry. This episode's probably going to have another impersonation later on when we get into later topics. Somebody give me my guitar. We'll talk about that later. The next fight, though, that should be on Fury's eyes is Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. I know a lot of people are like rushing for Wilder Fury 3. There is a condition that Wilder can exercise his rematch clause with Fury to push for Wilder Fury 3 in the summertime. Of course, Fury would have to accept that, and after 2 fights, I doubt it. I don't feel like we need a third fight. If we do need a third fight, then that should happen after Fury starches Joshua, which I'm going to go on record and state that happens now. Can Fury beat Joshua? Let's get your take. I already spoiled my take.
What did you say about your take?
I just spoiled my take. I picked Fury against Joshua.
Yeah, I might lean like, I don't know. Fury impressed me, man. Like, and I like dipping back. You said something about a third time around of Wilder Fury. I'm definitely down for that. I think boxing needs that. Like we talked in previous episodes about how like boxing's trying to kind of like still be in that light. It is kind of like dying as a sport. You need those big like name battle fights. Like I would like to see it again because it was close the first one. Fury went out there and stomped him. Wilder made all these excuses. I'd like to see how he responds. I would like to see a third time, but I think Josh was good too. But yeah, I made the mistake of picking against Fury last time. Like he showed me a little bit in that. I really liked his technique and like his defense was great, man. He waited for his times to parry and he had good footwork. I don't know. I'm going Fury. Like I'm hopping on that bandwagon for right now just because he impressed me. And feel bad. I did the dude dirty by like not faking. I'm kind of like saying like I'm going Wilder. I'm going Wilder. So I'm gonna give him a chance this time. I'm gonna root for him in this one.
Nick, Jordan Love felt like he had a victory against me when I had stated that Kenyon Drake is at least, RB13. He's outside of my top 10. It's not making me a truther, but the guy's moved up in my boards. Anyways, do you feel like I kind of got a victory with my Fury pick? Is that like did I get that dub?
Yeah, it was a good pick, man.
Thank you. Do you see where I was coming from?
And I mean, we talked about it beforehand, but like I felt it like I had a gut feeling for Wilder, but like we talked about it beforehand, and you went with Fury, so I was like partly like I'll go with Wilder. Like I was like leaning that way, and then like I had that like all right, just to like
Fury's
like
just
what's the word for to make it compelling or like have opposite thoughts or like two different vibes. I was kind of like yeah, Wilder, but no, I'm with you, man.
I want to throw this out there too, guys. If you did pick Wilder, I'm not saying that was a bad pick. I'm not stating that whatsoever. All I'm stating is do your research a little more before picking. Don't just watch the previous. Really watch the previous fight, Wilder Fury 1. And watch it with an open mind, and you'll see why. Everyone sees that, he got knocked down twice. You didn't see what happened in all the other rounds. And you didn't see how those knockdowns happened. One of those was kind of like a trip almost. So just one of those things, so on and so forth. Yeah. Just want to throw it out there, but I'm picking Fury early. Just so much more elusive. I get that Josh was younger. But I don't think that the youth can trump the experience. The champion still lives.
Yeah, I'm with you. And two, like, I think Fury was probably like really motivated in this one to make Wilder look like a fool. Like those comments came out that like, Fury or Wilder said publicly, like, dude, like I made your career, like I fucking got you here. Like you were strung out on fucking drugs when I met you. And I got you here. Like there was partly like dude, like this dude, like literally, like took me underneath his wing. Yeah, but like now he's like playing me out publicly. I think he took some real fucking
some real strife for that. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
he took it to heart. Not only that, I mean, boxing is a sport of heart. Sports, period, are sports of heart.
Yep.
The person with more heart was more prepared in that ring.
Yeah.
And when I state that, when you overcome the things that Tyson Fury in the dark place that he was in, you're not stopping that man. You're not stopping him. So I think that's what it is. Really how we can break this down. Oh yeah, we know that he blamed his suit. We covered that. We definitely talked about that. Let's kind of roll in to some football now, kind of normal flow of the show here on the Rum Report. NFL rappers. So AB released his video yesterday for his new song, Running. And holy shit, that was the funniest thing in both sports and music that had happened, period, yesterday. I mean, this was more funny than a Nick Cannon Eminem diss. What did you make of Running, Nick? Like, I sent you the link. Did you check it out?
Bro, the first time I heard it, I literally played it for like fucking 17 seconds and went just no, fam, just no. Played another song, fucking got where I was going, and gave it another shot. Made it through like 40 seconds and was just like again, like what the fuck, dude? Literally had to like drink my face off like all yesterday. Like and give it a shot to like listen all the way through, to like really like just sit there. And it was only because like I was doing other shit that I was just like let it ride all the way through.
Bro.
That shit was fucking like I feel like I want somebody to meme this shit. Like somebody please make like a fucking like just a clip of it. But the guy from oh fuck, Billy Madison, when he's just like after his like long spiel and his fucking ridiculous story about the fucking dog, when he's just like, everyone in this room is now dumber. May God have mercy on your soul. That's literally like how I feel about that shit that AB put out.
No, I 100% agree. One of my favorite comments that I got yesterday. Once again, this was another topic that social media got its hold and it got its grasp on and completely just ripped apart. One of my favorite ones was from Rumboyz Graphics. He said, "Oh God." That's a funny comment there in the live chat. He said, "I'd rather cut my dick off than listen to that shit again." Brian had said the dude literally keeps asking for his guitar. He literally has a fucking guitar, bro. Homie, literally the whole video is asking, "Somebody get my guitar. Somebody get my guitar."
Dude, it's
guitar, and he's holding a fucking electric guitar in his hand. Here's the funnier part about it. There's no guitar in the whole beat.
yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I at first thought that it was going to be somewhat good when I heard at the beginning of the track, Renegades. When I heard the Renegades were producing, I was like, all right, bet. Like, cool. This is going to be fire. I saw the chick at the beginning of the video. I was like, damn. She got a fat ass, beautiful brown Latina skin, like cocoa butter. And then all of a sudden, nah.
Dude, like his voice, dude, like oh my god, dude, it sounded like a fucking like dying fucking animal / banshee, just fucking screaming. Like they auto-tuned the fuck out of his, like they fucked his voice up, dude. Like he literally sounded like a pissed off 8-year-old.
Dude, what disturbed me, yes, sound like a pissed off 8-year-old. Like he's the best rapper with CTE.
No, there's got to be another one out there that took some hits or something. That's why I think some of the mumble rappers fucking like make sound effects and shit. They probably took some bumps on the heads.
This wasn't even mumble rap. This wasn't even mumble rap. Like, book it now, Nick Cannon, AB rap battle.
Dude.
It
says something to where like when somebody throws something out there like that, it really says something when you think like, yeah, Nick Cannon's got to win that. It really says something.
You want to have some fun really quick? Let's search good old YouTube and let's see. So Nick Cannon, I believe, had a record for more dislikes than likes on a YouTube video. Let's go and look at the Nick Cannon diss video.
Yo, and
this. It was Pray For Him, right? Yeah, Pray For Him. So Pray For Him has 205K dislikes. Let's check on Lil CTE.
Lil Seeds. Oh my god. That's fucking great.
Right now, he's only at 12K, and I'm one of them. He has only 3K likes.
Dude, that shit.
AB sounds like he lost his voice, has been crying for 4 days. His lyrics are hot, though, hot garbage. This sounds like it was recorded in a bathroom. This is horrible. Yeah, homie, I think you need to stick with running routes. Oh my gosh.
It sounded like they recorded that in fragments.
Exactly. In fragments. Exactly.
You gotta, dude, that's a word now. Like I put it, like you guys gotta preface it like you gotta say something about AB like before or after using it. But yeah, I've thrown it into my dictionary now, like just to be a fucking over the top ass, just fragments.
I think one of the real lyrics in this before he started on the "Somebody Get My Guitar" was, I think my navel fell off. I think he goes, I think my navel fell off. Somebody get my guitar. Dude. And then he goes, I'm hungry.
It shouldn't have been get my guitar. It should be get me a dictionary.
Somebody wrote, this is what happens when you're surrounded by yes men.
Yeah. No, dude, but Logan Paul is actually kind of like it was halfway decent. Like it was pretty good. He had some good lines in there, but
yeah, no, Logan Paul's diss was way better than this. Logan Paul's diss, like, I can understand Logan Paul. Everything else disturbed the fuck out of me, to be honest, with that music video. Like, I was like, her outfit, why was she wearing that outfit around them kids? Like, I get it's Florida, but girl, like, she had booty. Like Bubba Sparks, like booty rocking everywhere.
I found you, Miss New Booty.
Somebody get my guitar. Nah, dude, I can't believe it. I'm done. I'm done. A whole lot of guitar. A whole lot of guitar.
That was just, oh my God. That's time I will never get back.
Not the fuck at all, dude. It was sad. Saddest thing ever in my life. Let's get into the next topic, though. He always finds a way to end up on this show. He's gonna hit us up for copyright infringement.
Fragment.
That's right. Thank you.
Fragmenting on his likeness.
See, because I haven't been hit enough. Like I didn't get the Vontez benefit, so I could still talk English. So, the Carolina Panthers are moving forward with Cam Newton as starter at QB. You ready to play a quick game?
Yeah.
Let's play party or bullshit. Party or bullshit.
All right.
It's party and bullshit, but we're going to play party or bullshit. Do you call party or bullshit here? Is this just a smoke screen, or is this a good idea for the Panthers? What are you thinking here, party or bullshit?
I think for his case, I think he's lucky that, that it's recently newer ownership and now Matt Rule's there, so he probably will get a shot. I'm calling party like I buy it, but I'm calling this is a party where bullshit is gonna fucking happen. It's just like this is like one of those where like you like the fucking like one of your buddies is just fucking puking all over like the bathroom. Another one like fucking runs in the room and jumps and takes out a fucking ceiling fan. Like it's gonna be just pure and total fuckery. So I'm calling party with bullshit.
Okay, I like it. So I have to dig deep with this one because whatever I say, I have to fucking stick with. Like, All right, let's look at this from fantasy. Close our eyes. Grab the crystal ball. Rub it. Let's see what the fuck I come up with here. Cam Newton coming back. Christian McCaffrey was a top running back last year with a quarterback that is also mobile. That could possibly only help him, right? DJ Moore became very efficient in his route running.
Mm-hmm.
A QB that can also roll out towards his side and get him the ball. I think that could only increase his catch probability and catch percentage. I don't think that those pieces, and those are pieces that I'm wanting to look at in fantasy, are hurt by Cam coming back. I'm going to say party. I'm going to say full-on fucking party. I can't believe that I'm doing this. Part of me wanted to go bullshit so heavy, but I think that I was also told, hey, don't draft with your heart. You don't do that.
No.
I think Cam could. I'm not saying that you draft Cam, but I think that Cam is a guy that you watch in like week 3 of waivers. If he's still there and he's putting up those numbers in the first 2, you go and grab him.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that will pay off heavy dividends for you. You'll look like a really fucking smart guy in the draft room for doing that. I don't think that he's going to be drafted in anyone's fantasy league. And I don't think that it's a smokescreen that they're rolling with him as a starter because Matt Rule, as a new coach, has to make a decision and make a decision now. Their organization that's stable with Kyle Allen, even as a backup. It's not like you really need to go out there and draft a quarterback or bring in someone new. Like, the emergency isn't right now for them.
Yeah, you don't need to hit the panic button just yet. Like, maybe you get a late guy because I don't know. I don't think Allen, like, he had some flashes, but he ended up being a rookie. Maybe you develop him. Like, it all depends if they take a like
Will Greer, like, who you can like that's why
I was high on him.
Same. That's why I'm like, and I still feel like anyone that for us to back out on guys like Will Greer, Andy Isabella, people that clearly are developing projects. Like, I'm not backing out on them. My hype is still high. I'm okay with that. I don't feel like we hit. Don't even go after a late round flyer in the draft. If I'm Carolina, let's go party. And let's have some fucking fun here. Let's really, really, really see what happens. Ian Thomas needs touches. Yeah, I agree, and I feel like Ian Thomas now becomes a big piece in fantasy because if Cam Newton does roll as starter, no Greg Olsen. Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
I think you just found your late round tight end.
Yeah, he'd be a good fill guy, and too, like, I like the trajectory of like them. Like, I know Cam's about done. He's banged up. He's got a lot of mileage on his body.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of car crashes on that body of his. And he also fucking throws 99-mile-an-hour fastballs on fucking screen passes and drag routes. But I like you said, they got more. They got a veteran, and Curtis Samuel is a beast. He was fucking great for targets, and he really impressed me last year. You got a veteran in Chris Hogan, and then I've been hearing reports that there's gonna be a reunion of Temple coach and player. Matt Rule is gonna heavily go after Robbie Anderson.
Holy fuck. Have not had that report come across my desk. I have had that Robbie Anderson is out there as a market value piece. If that does happen, I'm scared for Le'Veon Bell, fantasy-wise. And maybe that adjusts our rankings heading into the summits. We will have our summits around July, August. We'll host our fantasy summits. Holy fuck. Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, Ian Thomas at tight end.
And can't forget about
quarterback, Christian McCaffrey in the fucking backfield.
Yeah, they might just go offense loaded. Like, and you have the
You can
the
load
Kuechly
it.
contract off. Like Olsen was making pretty solid money.
Yeah.
They got a lot of young receivers. They got a lot of people. Like, you got McCaffrey on a rookie deal. Like, Cam's the big money guy. You could go out there and you could get Robbie Anderson, and him and Rule are very tight from Temple.
They're doing. You just open my eyes to the numbers, guys. I don't have the numbers in front of me now. If you want to go to overthecap.com, Nick, see if that is updated. If you got an extra tab or something,
They should be able to.
Can you check the Carolina Panthers? Because I know that the Redskins were looking at about 58, 60 million right now in free cap space. We were at 52, but then the releasing of Jordan Reed freed up some more. That means the Carolina Panthers are just as big play in free agency and it's just as big of a player in free agency as my own team. There are things happening right now that I don't think that a lot of analysts are realizing. I think you just brought up a very big thing that has not been brought up on any other podcast yet.
Yeah, I'm looking at like I think Rule's gonna get his guys.
I think this is a very good take. I just want to now put the backing behind. I know if there's money there. It sounds like there's definitely.
Hey, and another guy that I'm throwing out there, I could see him possibly get moved. He's been a special teamer and he's excelled. He was a beast in college. Matt Rule had him there too. I think the Carolina Panthers, since Kuechly retired, will go out there and they'll make a deal for Matakevich.
Okay. Hey.
Like, I really think he's gonna go after his guys.
Hold on, I just pulled up
I don't know if this is the right number. I found something telling me that they're at 34 million or 32 million before draft, and then they should be somewhere between 26 and 29 after draft.
Yeah. So they got space. They can make one or two free agency moves. Robbie Anderson is definitely a mathematical move that they can make. I feel like you could probably get Robbie Anderson if all you gotta do is pay him a little bit more than the Jets are gonna pay him. The Jets don't blow money. They're the goddamn Jets.
The Jets. I heard the Jets don't even want to they don't want to pay him. Like, they love him. That like they might try and like sign and trade him, but they do not want to keep his contract on their books, like on their roster.
When do the Jets ever want to pay anyone, Nick?
I don't know why the fuck they paid Le'Veon Bell. Like, that's gonna blow up in their face.
Dude, I feel so bad for Le'Veon in that scenario. Let's see here. Let's dive into the next part of your bullshit.
But I do just want to say though, like, I'm calling that shot. Watch Robbie Anderson be linked to them.
Dude, I love that pick. I love that take. Because I haven't developed one. I know that Robbie Anderson could be moved. I thought about, maybe Detroit. But because of what they're freeing up on the defensive side, but I'm like, okay, well, you got to make up for that. You're probably going to make up for that in the draft. So, yeah, you'd probably try and go get a receiver. There's rumor that they're going to move on for Stafford. But I think he just fits so much better in a Carolina scheme. I think
with those other guys.
Yeah. I want to ask here, the Baltimore Ravens are rumored to be open to moving tight end Hayden Hurst via a trade, who was a former first-round pick, by the way, about a year or two ago, 3 years ago. Are you calling party or bullshit for the Ravens? Let's remember they had that big monstrous 3 tight end operation going with the Doyle,
Hurst, and
Andrews. I do have Andrews as tight end number 4 this year. And drafts. Nick, I'll let you kind of go into this one really quick while I take my first piss out of the 3 podcasts I'm featured on today.
There you go, dog. Rest in peace, Dick Trickle.
Big Tickle.
Yo, but I'm calling total bullshit on this one. I think it would be. I could see it happening for them to maybe like clear some space, even though he's still on like a cap friendly contract. Hurst is.
Yeah.
I could see it in order for them to like just free up and maybe get some equity because him being a former first rounder, if they like made a move and got a wide receiver or like got a draft pick and then went wide receiver. Yes, I think like Hollywood, like he's gonna progress, like he's gonna grow, he's gonna develop, but I don't know, like Willie Snead out there, like that's not a true, like I love Willie Snead, but that's not like a true number one guy, and his talent's like starting to fade just a little bit. He's not the same guy that he used to be. I'm calling bullshit only because I don't think that they're gonna change what like works so well. Like those three tight ends are their best pass catchers in their whole entire offense. And like now you're seeing teams like, and especially in the AFC North, like you will see, I've already heard about the Browns doing it, that it's going to be 2 tight end, 2 running back sets. Like it's just going to be power formation football. And that's what the Ravens like. That's how they make like Lamar be able to do the things that Lamar does, because it's like you have to look at these other options and like the threat to always run. Like that's 2 legitimate either receivers or blockers that you got on an RPO, on a run, on a scramble, like upfield. And those guys block a whole lot better than a wide receiver. So I think it would be bullshit and kind of stupid on them to fucking change what's already worked, unless they like really get like a top tier guy. Like if they get equal first round talent for a guy that really hasn't even been a first round talent, in my opinion.
So I gotta make sure that I state this. Okay. First, I do call bullshit because you don't want to break up a sure thing. It's a sure thing. Their love in that offense, that chemistry in that offense is a sure thing. It's the most exotic bad bitch of the NFL. When we talk X's and O's, they are the top notch, the king of the crop. Like they are that. So to further more with that, I'm calling bullshit. I don't think that there's anything that you can do in the draft other than you attacking a top first round safety because you let go Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the pieces. You're the one team that I could say as a collective group can take what you had already had and move forward with it and be fine. You know, hey, don't know. Let's take a shot on a Rumboyz.
Hell yeah. Dilly,
Like,
man.
freestyle that. Kuna Matata, no worries. Here on Tuesday afternoon on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
It would be stupid. Like, I agree. They do need, like, they should go out and get a safety. I think their best bet would maybe take a vet. Like,
what other Nick
did HaHa sign a multi-year deal?
No. HaHa's not on multi-year deals right now.
Okay, so I don't know if Chicago's gonna bring him back. So I would maybe take a look at him. He could probably fill a gap. He could be a stopgap for a while. Maybe you can get like a guy in the later rounds, but like I've talked a little bit about this with like Ravens fans. I think everything on the offense is like solid, unless you go after that like true number one wide receiver to just help out Lamar. But I think like then you hear about them maybe like trying to move Judon. I think they need some linebacker help, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I hate the idea of moving Judon. Oh my God, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Like if you're Baltimore, I'm begging you not to move Judon. One, he's too perfect in the purple and black. Two, like no, I'm all out on that idea. I want to take this comment here by Corrupt. Lamar and Boyle, Hurst and Andrews have to stay together. It just works.
Yeah.
Why would we get rid of something that works 100%? I trust Eric DeCosta, though. He's a smart man. Also, Jimmy Smith is opting in free agency. So you don't need You don't need to get listen. If Jimmy Smith is leaving, and you got guys like I know that we're going after Bradbury, but then you also have like a Byron Jones out there, and then I'm not saying that it's a good pick for you guys, Corrupt, but I mean Josh Norman recently released by us. There's corners that you can fucking go and get.
No, there's this draft, like the top 2 corners are like talent level, like on another playing field than a lot of other ones. But there is depth, like running back, corner, linebacker, like there's some depth in it, and there's versatility too. There's corners and safeties that can play opposite, like they can play like they're hybrids. They can play either position. Like you can mix and match them. But I said like let Jimmy walk. Like
yeah, let Jimmy Smith walk. And Nick, I want to highlight something that I feel that no other analyst in the industry currently is doing. I haven't heard this take anywhere. I think this is the first time in a long time, and I want to say maybe 7 to 8 years, to where the talent in the draft is matching the talent in free agency. And I think because you have also and that's a combination of my take from about a year or 2 years ago, because you're having all this talent that's been farm bred by these teams for so long, all these young previous draft picks and current draft picks that are going to be coming up, and all these old guys set to retire. The new guard of the NFL is coming. Mm-hmm. The NFL that our kids are about to grow up on for the next 12 years, 15 years is here. So with that being said, and with that being stated, if I'm the Ravens, while I got the right pieces right now, let me not break this up.
Yeah.
I
would even you lose Jimmy, like you got Peters now, like throw Peters out there as your number 2. I even heard too about them maybe trying, like we talked about it, I think a couple episodes ago. I said like maybe draft a corner if you do go that route and you do go get a stud corner like a Byron, which I do not think works good for them. I think it would be smart to like let Thomas play that box and like just walk people up and be the heavy hitter, like move him over and throw Peters at the free and just let him play center field and just go there. He's more of a pass deflector interception guy anyway. His tackling sucks. Mm-hmm. Or you go the route and you play him at the 2 and you go out there and you get a safety. Maybe you go after a ha-ha or you take one in the draft.
Yeah, I say completely go after safety. If I'm the Ravens, that's the only thing that I'm worried about is shoring up the safety. That's the only thing I honestly probably give a fuck about.
I think too, though, like no matter what you do with Peters and letting Smith walk, you do gotta get you a new set of fresh legs. You gotta get you a new guy, a new body in that corner room. Then
go after safeties and corners. Let's not move Hayden Hurst on the offensive side of the ball when you're one of the most explosive offenses that can play with 3 tight ends on the field at any given time. You're giving a guy like Lamar. Lamar needs big body targets. Yeah. Don't try and become too traditional NFL by wanting to give Lamar a 3 receiver set, maybe or maybe a 2 tight end set, at any given time. Let's keep doing what we've been doing. The shit works. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it that way, and let's not break it. I love the way the X's and O's fit. I know that Hayden Hurst did go on record to say that he wants to catch more balls. Then let's design more plays for him, Harbaugh. But I'm, as a football fan, as a studier and a practitioner of the X's and O's, I would just, especially as a receiver, like Hollywood Brown, I would love to see, let's keep these big body guys here. That's going to make my career last longer. I'm still going to catch balls regardless, but that's because they're opening it up.
Yeah. They do. They do have Tavon Young too. I forgot about him. He was hurt. He is a beast, but I don't know. You can never have enough corner. Like that's how the league is, man. It's just you always want to have fresh legs at corners. If I was a GM of a team, ran a team, coach a team, like I'm keeping 7 corners, and versatile guys. Like I'm keeping a lot in the back end.
Yeah,
They need to do a lot of like they don't need to do anything in the offensive side. Keep it how it is. Maybe get you one wide receiver. Like
there's other things that they can do. There's ways that they don't have to make some of the. I'm gonna be honest, Ravens. I'm putting you underneath the fucking microscope. I'm seeing you guys make moves that you kind of don't need to at the moment. Talking about moves that you don't need to make. You don't need to right now. You need to be. Lil Wayne said, "Bitch, real G's moving silence like lasagna." That other S is silent. You get it? For everyone that's not good with metaphors. Right now, Ravens, you need to be moving in silence. Killers move in silence. You're doing too much talking. You're doing too much of showing your hand. Right now, I feel like don't even talk. Don't even put up a smoke screen. Just sit back, relax, and do you.
Yeah. Do you? And we always talk about it. What we saw with the Bears this past year. Overanalysis leads to paralysis. When you fucking get too cute or you do too much, you fucking play yourself.
Exactly. You know, I'm on the Ravens organization side, but not from me being on their side of what they may want or what they may think. They have too much leverage, but they're doing too much talking. Just please, Ravens, Baltimore, just shut up and just chill. You know, Corrupt, you dig what I'm saying. Corrupt already knows. He's like, yo, yeah, like let's just chill. Let's relax. Have your owners smoke something really quick and just relax. I promise it'll help. Let's get into the next topic, though. I mean, we got some more. We got some more that we're going to get into here.
Let's go.
There is a report, and I love scouting reports this time of year because there's always that one scout that tries to find that one thing with top prospects to shout out to old man TD in the chat to try and tear down a top prospect. And here's what I'm talking about, okay? Reports state that Joe Burrow could not be the 101 overall due to a small hand size. Are you calling party or bullshit on this one from the scouts? It's practically like Kyler Murray 2.0. He's too short. He's baby Yoda when he steps underneath center. You call party bullshit.
I'm calling total bullshit, dude. I mean, yeah, you said you saw it with Kyler. Like, this dude's a stud, man. Like, and I hear, you know, he's gonna be different away from fucking Cam Brady, right? The offensive coordinator guy.
Yeah.
I know it was something Brady. I forget if his first name is Cam, but
June? Are you talking about June? June Brady?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking Cam Brady. But everybody's been saying like they're gonna see like a noticeable difference and then like want to see like how he'll be, like how he'll transition, how he'll pick up a playbook. We've talked about it before. Like, yeah, if he goes to the Bengals, I'm kind of like critical of them. Like they always kind of like ruin guys, and it's like the organization that you do not want to go to. But in my opinion, he's the fucking bona fide 101 of this draft. Like the small hand kind, it's ridiculous. Like, what is it by like a half an inch? Like he's not in like the normal fucking range. Like that they always like everybody wants these like 6'4", 6'5", like tall, like white boy pocket quarterbacks, and then those guys like don't pan out, and they're like. I think you'll see more of just like variety. Like it's almost like how we talked about like boxing anymore. Like just fucking find out if the guy's got a football mind, if he's got drive, how much heart he's got, and if he's willing to put the fucking work in, if he's willing to be a student of the game, and if he's got it or not. Like it annoys the hell out of me. Like I got to have this prototypical, like it's got to be this like blue chip, like built from clay. Like he's got to be this, he's got to be that. I hate that about the NFL sometimes.
Dude, this is so I'm the guy I remember when me and Ty, we were in LA. I didn't realize there was a moment where I didn't realize exactly who I was around at a lunch. We were having a beautiful lunch, staring out, looking over, Beverly Hills and shit. And I was just in general talking about the rankings that we had did and all the film study that we had did, where we had graded rookies and how certain people are eating their words. Well, what I didn't realize is that I was, for a weekend, living next to fucking a couple of other scouts. I had pretty much, gotten an ass chewing about, sports journalism etiquette and, so on and so forth. One-on-one. Point blank is, I'm the person that pisses off scouts. Because I verbally had stated, Colin Murray too short, you're a dumbass. Wonder Lake test results, I'm completely out on Wonder Lake test results. Don't show me a fucking piece of paper that this set of position skill players took.
Yeah.
And tell me, no, can we get them on the field? I'm a seer. I'm not a, So with that, I want to kind of just be really quick and subtle with this. Scouts, all of you nitpickers, naysayers, shut the fuck up, please.
Yeah, I agree, man.
The time of when your old ass knew something, the time of when your old ass made an impact in this game. And I appreciate all the old hats. But it has passed. Your time has done.
It's different. Like the league's changing. Like you gotta adapt. Like life, fucking sports, everything is about adaptivity, man. Like it's if you stay the same, like if you try to stay the course or like force an issue and like do what you used to always do, you fucking fail. You fuck up. Shit gets real tough. Like you play yourself out. You gotta adapt. Like things are changing. Like a lot of those old scouts, I don't agree with that shit either. And you said the Wonder Lake test. Fuck that, dude. Some guys aren't test takers, man. Some guys aren't practice players. Some guys are fucking weekend guys.
Dude, and that's what I'm stating, and I think I've said this on this show multiple times now for the last 2 years. And I hope that I've said this stuff to where I kind of become an advocate for this stance. The older guard, even in the media, has to go.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go. The older scouts, we're seeing even these younger coaches in the NFL, the Sean McVays and stuff. It's the time for things are becoming more progressive, and it's not, and they're becoming more progressive because of technology. So you have to get minds that are aligning with the technology and with the markets and the growth, so on and so forth, that are happening. Not picking a fucking quarterback at the 101 because you're worried about hand size makes me want to drop kick you in the goddamn solarplex.
Right. It's like what he doesn't fall like in like the range of like other people from the past. It's like no, dude. It's probably like his hands are probably like a half inch smaller than the typical like range that they look for, or like than any other person in the draft. Like
the problem when he threw 56 plus touchdown passes in goddamn college. Where did the problem come from now?
Yeah, and it's the same size ball.
Well, yeah, a little bit different. I don't even think it's that even different.
Mm-mm.
I'm appalled by this type of thinking, this type of process. So they both have the same receding hairlines. Holy shit!
Oh my god, dude. TD.
Look, I even like comb my shit forward. Like, nah, dog, you bugging, son.
Man got the plugs.
I don't agree with this thought process, this type of thinking, and I think that, like I said, NFL start looking at the podcasters and the media members that are actually doing the work, because I don't feel like the scouts are even doing the work anymore. They're like, here, take this test, or here, like, let me just watch you like on this field for a little bit with no one covering you.
I agree.
So that's where I stand with it. I just had to get that one off. Tanking for Tua was a serious thing for a while during the season. Where do you think he lands? We're hearing a lot of talks about Lions, Chargers, so on and so forth. What's good?
I thought with the injury history that some teams he's talented, man. It used to be, like you said, tanking for Tua. He was for sure thought of as the number one guy. And also don't look in the chat because she'll get pissed as fuck at me. but I like Tua. As long as he can stay healthy, I think it was smart for him to come out. You don't want to go and risk. If he got hurt again, he would significantly fall in the draft, or maybe not even get looked at, maybe not even get drafted, period. But I got him going somewhere in the teens, maybe even early 20s, just for some team to kind of come up and get some, some kind of just equity for him, and move up and maybe get him even after they have a pick or something. I could see Lions, I could see Dolphins with them having 3 picks in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could maybe even see Chargers.
I'm gonna personally stay. A lot of people are trying to link him to the Lions right now. And as long as we've been on the topic of party or bullshit, party or bullshit, I'm going to go ahead and say bullshit that he goes to the Lions.
I didn't know it was a party or bullshit.
We might as well make it a party or bullshit, because that's where everyone is trying to link him right now. And I'm going to go with the homie Corrupt. And I think the Dolphins end up with him because the highest probability. So I'm going to go with mathematic probability on this one. And that is my sole reason for thinking that he ends up a Dolphin. And I also think that his family, from what I have heard, his family, they can kind of be dicks. And they're trying to force him somewhere warm.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Miami could just be it, period.
It makes sense. 3 first-round picks. Maybe you go back a couple picks because other people get their quarterbacks, or you get an additional pick. You go back 2 spots. I could see them somewhere in the teens, the 20s, using one of those on him. Maybe you only taking 2 guys in the first, even though they are rebuilding, and having 3 first picks. It helps your team.
And there has to be some,
but I also see it making sense, and I know they're going to keep Fitzpatrick for another year, and he's going to be the guy. It would be smart to just bring Tua, let him get healthy, let him learn the playbook, and keep instilling that system, because I think Flores, they're a shit team, but I think they had their moments where he impressed, and he took charge of that locker room, man. I think he's their guy for the time being. They're going to have structure, and they're going to have consistency, so I think that's a good spot for him, especially for 1 year of seeing Fitzpatrick out there and letting him develop and get healthy.
I see that. For the Lions, ride out with Stafford at least 1 more year. Maybe you go for Lawrence or something. I just think that Tua Tagovailoa, it just makes sense in Miami. It all just makes sense in Miami. I'm just going Miami there.
Yeah.
TD says he needs to go to the Skins. That would be a bad GM move. That's not how football works. That's just not that. That's literally a fan take. That is a fan take. That is not an analytical thing. No, numbers don't say that happens.
Yeah, you guys need to go Chase Young. That's what you need.
We
New
already
coach, new kind of just everything, new regime. Yeah,
It-
you need to get your D end.
it's Riverboat Ron.
Yeah.
How many years in a row have we seen him draft? How predictable is he? Like, analytics are fucking analytics, you know. I'm not even gonna debate the numbers on that one.
Yeah, they'd be stupid. Like he is very talented. Like I don't want to like label him like too much or like
Yeah,
make him like put him up too high, but like you got to go and you got to get those like in like a shift change or like a regime change in an organization. You literally have to get those like staple positions. Like you have to left tackle, quarterback, D end, corner. Like
yeah.
you got to go with those like meat and potatoes like positions.
And that's what Riverboat Ron is known for. Like, I don't want to get too far like off topic, but you know, that's why like I didn't even bring up like the Redskins in it, you know, but it's that's not even a thing, you know. It's analytics are just analytics, and when you bring in a guy like Riverboat Ron, it's exactly what you just said. He's a meat and potatoes type of guy. He's not going to worry about, oh, if we drafted that position last year, I'm not going to go and do it this year. Like, he's just not that guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, TD. You know, he's like I'm not a Skins fan. Like, I know he's not a Skins fan, but just replying to your take, it's not a thing.
TD,
So,
maybe your Steelers will take him, man.
Steelers do need to figure out their backup situation because their backup situation is rough.
Yeah, and Roethlisberger, like,
yeah, him learning a year underneath Roethlisberger, completely valid.
too, and Roethlisberger's like he's slowed down a step. Like, I saw a video a while back or like an interview, and he was talking about like literally how much he has to like recover after a Sunday and like ice his knees and shoulder all the time. Like he literally is in practice with fucking ice on his knee and shoulder. Like and he takes it off only to throw and he throws it right back on. Like he's a beast. Like I'll give it to him. Like TD, you know, I'm a Browns fan. Like I respect Big Ben as a football player. There's other things, you know, but
I respect Big Ben as a football player, but I do want to see him not continue to hurt himself as a person, as a natural human being, as just someone who has a heart.
And too, like we've talked about it in the past, like he's why there was like problems, I think, with AB, Lev Bell, him, like the big three Bs like got split up, is because like in that organization's eyes, I feel like Big Ben cannot do anything wrong. He's the guy that's always side with no matter what.
Yeah.
What's up?
No, Corrupt's last statement. He's like, some mock drafts have the Redskins, taking Ohio State's corner and Lions getting Chase Young. No.
Do not do that.
The corner situation will be solved through free agency. There's too much on the market at corner and too much easy money with our cap space to spend at corner. Yeah. And that's for a lot of teams. This isn't a defensive draft at all. Like the one defensive pick that you're going to go and you're going to draft the top three is one and only Chase Young.
Mm-hmm. Come back and get a corner. Like I would take an Arnett, like because we talk about heart, we talk about mentality. That dude played with a broken forearm for half the year. Like I would go get a guy like Arnett over an Okudah. Like I was high on Okudah before. I thought he was like the best DB in college football, and then like I watched games like he to me like he had that like Leonard Fournette thing about him that just like against a fucking favorable matchup or a shit team he fucking impressed. But like if he got up against a more physical guy, if he had to kind of like he seems to me like a guy that, like got used to being comfortable like and doesn't like to play out of like certain comforts and like certain spaces and angles on the field. So I'm kind of like more on Okudah now. I think what's his name from LSU is the best corner. What's his name?
No, Delpit. Just so you know, Delpit. We do have breaking news right now. Delpit from LSU He is not going to be performing at the combine.
Yeah, not. I think Delpit's good, but I like the other guy. I forget his name. It's like, fuck, I'll remember it in a second.
Yo, Jalen Hurts better fucking kill it at the combine. But really quick, depressed Steelers fan. I things can get really good or really ugly for you guys next year. You guys are literally a 50-50 team as the Steelers. Just to break you guys down, I want you to check me out on 5 Yard Rush podcast on Thursday. You can YouTube them, 5 Yard Rush. I'll be on their show Thursday. I just filmed their show today, and I'll be on Thursday. I'm breaking down your Steelers, actually. I want to get into this topic here, Nick, for you to lead off. So we talked about this last week. This is a very, very, very fucking touchy subject right now in the NFL. A little bit more vocal about what they're running in the new CBA. At least, to try and sway us in the public. I mean, you and I, we know, but a lot of the fans, like when I say fans, like they don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
And just so everyone knows, I got done like reading like the first like fucking like couple of pages of like what has kind of what is allowed to been released, and there's parts that are fuckery. What, Nick? Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree, man. And to step back, it was Fulton. I like Fulton, the corner out of LSU. I think he's my number one corner in this draft.
I like that.
But yeah, I think like with how things are like nowadays, like a lot of things like getting out in the media, a lot of things being public knowledge, and also like I don't know, there's positives and there's also negatives to like where our culture's at, like this outrage culture without like with everything being known and everybody like putting shit out there, everything you say being like under a microscope or getting out eventually. Like you got to watch what you say nowadays in this day and age. But I think it is good, and the NFL, PA, and the players, and even the league itself should be like vocal and really try to get it. Like everybody needs to try to get on the same page and like work together and get everything figured out. You don't want like guys, players being mad at the league kind of like wanting something out, and like the guys feeling like they're like not appreciated and shit. Like I think nowadays with really how like the like cultural and like climate is, it is smart for like the players to put out like what they would like, what the league would like. So there's like healthy exchange and conversation, because everything nowadays is out there, man. Like it's out there.
No, I agree. That was one of my biggest gripes with this. I did some research, and that's why I did lead off this with I have read bits and pieces of this, because I wanted to come on today's episode and not fully come out with the. So let me first say this: I am completely with the players, and I'm always going to be with the players. But I wanted to understand why the players were kind of telling us no, that they don't agree with it, and I didn't want to be biased. Okay, this is my job as a reporter to get as close to the story and get as close to the truth as possible for you guys. With that being said, the deal is I still stick with the fact that it's not fair for the players. There are players for this level of sport at this level of professionalism where the NFL is making billions and billions of dollars. Yep, billions. And players, we have low-level players making $250K. Low level, like super, super fucking low level.
Mm-hmm.
When I look into the numbers, a 50-50 split between everything is not bad. the end of the season cap at 250, I think it's enough for you to entice players that aren't getting that. And I think that that's what you're trying to do. But there's so much money that you're making on the back end from the extra TV deals that the players aren't getting. Me as a media member, that is an extra game. Those are extra games that I am going to be broadcasting. So I'm also looking at it from my fucking standpoint as well.
Yeah. I think all of us are definitely down for more football.
Yeah, fans were all down for more football. I want it done in the right way because at the same time, I don't want it to hurt me on the back end of I'm commentating a bullshit game. Or or it's a bunch of fucking injured guys out there. Or I'm commentating the second fucking string, I get that lesser marijuana penalties could be inflicted in this CBA. I don't think that there's going to be a deal that's going to happen this year. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, until the league can give that extra 2% that may come to a 50-50, and it's so like, TV revenue could maybe bolster a little bit of that 50-50, then I'm not digging it, and I think that's why the players aren't being vocal. But the players need to make sure that they're doing what they didn't do 10 years ago with the last fucking CBA. Well, I don't even think it was like a full 2 years ago. But they need to make sure they don't do the same thing where you weren't vocal last time. And that's where the owners were able to make us as fans be mad at you, the players. I was one of those fans as a young kid that was mad. Why are the players on strike? And we were all told that it was a strike. It actually was a lockout. Players, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have fucking Instagram. Tell us why you don't like it. Because the more that we know about it, the better off that we're able to support you. We're able to support your takes on it.
Yeah, like they have a voice, man. Like they're athletes. Like people look up to them. And nowadays, with everything being like out there in the open, everything being public, common knowledge and stuff like that, put it out there. Like it makes for like healthy conversation too, and like good communication when somebody always knows like where you're at, like with your vibes. If you keep shit to yourself, if you just fucking have a stick up your ass and like you kind of just like go about there, like people don't know what you're thinking. Like if people don't know your vibe, people don't know where you're at. And you also, like, as you go along with that, like you get frustrated with like things along the way when you're like open and transparent and like keep it real all the time like that. It just you never are like too high, too low. You're always like you got what you wanted to say off your chest, like, and that shit isn't in your mind, like, and bugging you on the next thing and the next thing. But too, like, how I look at things, with like perspective and like all angles, everything 360. There's like certain things that I'm on like the side of the players, and then there's like certain things that like I understand, like ownership. I understand like how it's like ran like a business, and you can't have anybody like take things too far and like make the league look bad, make brands, make individual franchises and teams look bad. But like there needs to be a healthy exchange. Like people need to be able to like say what they want to say in a healthy way. And
on top of that, I need on top of that, I need this shit fixed because this affects my bookings. Because I have literally had replies in my inbox. I'm not going to sell anyone out underneath the fucking river, but I have had replies. Yeah, if you ask any questions about the CBA, can't talk about it. Oh, because of CBA talks, can't come on your show. You're fucking up my bag, NFL. So give them what they're wanting, but at the same time, fellas, talk about what you're wanting and also let us and the public know so that we can really, really, really fucking push for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gladly use my almost 2K voice to hit it. By the way, we're only 48 away. Keep sharing.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it.
Doing it the right way, the long way, Rumboyz way. Let's get it. Let's kind of get into some hoops, bro. Let's get into some hoops. First things first. Yesterday, y'all see the hoodie that I'm wearing. We already know. You probably know that I haven't taken this goddamn thing off. Like, I mean, first off, I have 3 of these exact hoodies. Shout out to LAX Airport. But yesterday was a Kobe memorial service. Hold up the twos for Gigi. Shouts to all the girl dads out there. What did you make of the memorial service? How did you feel? Are you giving closure? So on and so forth.
I don't know, man. It's still fresh, like, for me, to be honest. It's big. Like, that was a big loss. Like, it's still kind of like is in the back of my mind. But I watched some clips. I didn't watch like the whole ceremony. Like, I don't know. It was kind of just in a way like it's like still so surprising. Like, and it's kind of like in a way like even still like too soon. I haven't totally digested it. But like I saw clips like seeing Jordan get emotional. Like, it's tough, man. I'm totally not
It's crazy.
digested it and like I'm over it. But like I love that, like I like love what they did at the All-Star game, man. Love that, like even in like street hoops, like going around and playing, like people aren't playing at 21 no more, we're playing at 24. Like it's
fun.
like and when you hit that game when everybody's been saying Kobe. Everybody. And it's like Kobe, like to finish a game on a game-winning shot is like the new GG's. Like it's just like it's like the new good game. And two, another thing I want to ask, I don't know if you saw it, but that kid from Montana State that hit the hit the full court shot and like right after like pulled like the 2-4 like
yeah, it was Montana. Yeah, like the half court kid. Yeah,
you know he hit a half and a full.
yeah.
He had in a minute. He was on Pat McAfee. He had to in a minute hit a layup, a free throw, a 3, a half court, and a full court, and he did it.
Dude. Yesterday was rough.
Yeah, that shit was.
I found myself in a remix of emotions all over again that I'll be honest, like you're never gonna be completely over it. None of us are ever gonna be completely over it. Like none of us that were impacted are gonna be completely over it. Like if you ever done a school research project on who your favorite role model was, and you grew up where you didn't have like a dad to really like write about, you know, or anything like that, and then if that person was who you wrote about, you know, I could say that I was that kid. I know what that's like. Yesterday was very hard for me, you know, being a father now of 2 kids. I find myself now a lot more spending time with my son, being more, you know, up close and personal with my own son. My baby mother is still my fucking baby mother. Let's face that. That's not gonna change, you know. But the reason why I run my podcast and I run my show is so that one day, you know, my daughter's gonna see me on fucking TV. You know, we're gonna take this beyond all of this. You know, so I find that moments like yesterday or moments when I'm feeling down, I look at that purple, I look at that gold, you know, I look at that 8, I look at that 24, and even the number 2 now, you know, I find myself feeling different. So yesterday was beautiful. I want to touch on the strength of a woman really quick. I work 24/7, 365 days in the world of sports. The world that I work in is dominated by predominantly males. But yesterday, I witnessed the strongest feat. And it wasn't a slam dunk. It wasn't a one-handed touchdown or interception. It was a woman that stood before a world led by men, pioneered by men, and gave us all a second to appreciate one of our brothers, one of our mentors, a father, a brother. You know, he's lived on by his sisters, you know, and his mom, so on and so forth. Yesterday, we saw something that in sports needs to be acknowledged. A lot of people, I saw sports fans rush to congratulate Shaq and to congratulate Michael. And, you know, oh, Michael, what a great timed Kobe Bryant joke, you know, about the crying meme. I want to use my platform and state that not only did we witness, we witnessed the most powerful thing yesterday. And that's the power of a woman to not only, like, you know, give birth and fucking bleed for 9 months and sacrifice and give so much to us and shit, but the power to, even when she's lost a husband and a daughter in front of 20, 30,000 some odd people that were there in attendance, to speak about the loss of a husband and a daughter. And she led and pioneered that whole thing. Make whatever fucking joke she wants to on social media. But the power of a woman will single-handedly be the strongest thing on this universe. It can give life, it can create life. And when life is taken from it, it can be strong through it.
Yep.
And when I say make whatever jokes you want on social media, we know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep. I don't like that shit either.
Anyone want to fucking say anything to me or about me? Now is the time. Speak now, forever fucking hold your peace. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do?
Dilly dilly, honey.
Yep. To all the strong people out there that watched that and dealt with that yesterday, I love you.
Yeah, shit was tough, man. It was emotional. That shit was heavy, man.
I spoke to me and my wife. Like, I'll share this completely open with, like, the podcast community. We've been, like, up and down, right? And what that moment yesterday kind of, like, taught me was that, you know, she's always going to be there. Like, she's always going to have my back. Like, she's my wife for a reason. You know, she's my rock for a reason. You know, what I saw in that moment from Vanessa was that I'm a man. I'm expected. Like yes, I have feelings and shit. And, you know, I know, like, there's, like, a lot of advocates out there talking about men's rights and shit. But at the end of the day, I have to be a fucking man, you know? And I couldn't imagine my wife having to speak on, you know, he was an innovator. He created, you know, a business, and he wanted to always give opportunity for other people, and he always thought about other people, you know. I could never imagine that shit for my wife to have to be on a podium talking about that. You know, pray to God that a bitch nigga takes me now versus later, so she doesn't have to do this in front of 20, 30,000 people. You know? So thinking about that as, like, a husband, as a father, I just want to, I really want to use this time that I just really want to give props to Vanessa. I want to remind people that you can donate To the crazy mofo, I love you, brother. I love you. That's another thing. Yo, fuck all like all that bullshit. Like tell your brothers that you love them unconditionally. Like if you love someone, you fucking love someone. Like unconditionally. It is what it is. But do remember though that you guys can donate at mambamamacita.org. You have Mamba on 3. All of Kobe's websites are linked on my Facebook. If you guys need them, message me. I will get you all the information. I'll probably post them on Discord, either Nick or myself. I think I shared them with you, Nick. If you guys want to, you can. I'm not like bragging or anything. I personally have done like $5 like at a time, like just because like I may be feeling down. I'm like, fuck it here. So yeah, if you want the information, I'll give it to you guys.
Heck yeah, man.
Didn't mean for us to hit that sad point in the show.
No, it's all right. It happened like this past weekend. I'm sure everybody that watched that, like, dude, that shit's heavy, man. And it's just goofy, like, and I've said it in the past, like when it first happened. I had a conversation with one of my homies in the community, and we talked about how like it sucks that like people are remembered, missed, and like all the love for them comes after they're already gone. Like so, like you said, like shout out, like it's like say what's up to a homie, like tell him, like tell some like one of your close friends, family, everybody, like people you work with, like if like you got some genuine like love and respect for him, like say that shit, because like
I'll be
too much that comes out like when somebody's like gone, like
Yeah.
not like they're not giving that respect and that love like while they're alive.
Like I'm gonna be straight up. If I tell you that like I fucking love you and you respond with I love you too, no homo, I'm gonna fucking stick you. Like it's 2020. Like you shouldn't. Love should be unconditional.
Yeah.
Your love for someone. Like if you have that much fucking pride and that much testosterone built up in you that you gotta walk around, yo, I'm hard all the time, dog. Da, 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 da. Bruh, yo, I'm from like I started at the beginning of the show, like like I told the people the other day, today on the show that I was on. I'm from Southeast DC. I grew up in the DMV. I know what a different side of life is like.
Yep.
Like if you can't tell your homies, like, straight up, like, I love you, I don't want to be homies with you. If you can't, I tell my staff every day, I love you guys. If you can't accept that and just accept that and return it back unconditionally and understand I'm giving you my full trust and everything, I don't even want you on my staff, bro. Like if you're just that minded, and I take that with me everywhere I go. Like love and shit, like that should just be unconditional. And yesterday we were shown that. And Jordan talked about Kobe being his annoying little brother, and Jordan cracked the crying meme joke right at the perfect time. Like it was a beautiful experience. It was a celebration of life. And I'm happy that I got to be a part of it. For what? Kobe got drafted in 96 to now, like 14, 15, 20 some odd years out of my life. Like however many seasons he like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a part of that.
Yep.
He's a part of me. He's a part of right now. This magical moment happening here on air, he's a part of. Still looking down. While I'm still in purple and gold.
And like I said, man, all of us, like I've said in the past, all of us have a little bit of Mamba in us, like that potential, like we all have gifts, like we all have talents, we all have a purpose. Some people take longer to find it. Some people even resist what like natural gifts and stuff that they have. But there is a little bit of Mamba in all of us, man. Some more than others. And I think his death like kind of like it really like it shocked people. It made people like think about it a little bit like that. It made people kind of
Hopefully, if anything, it
like
opened.
self reflect a little bit. It made me like, but I know I'm always doing shit like that. I'm always self reflecting and kind of like, but yeah,
You
man, he lives on in all of us that fuck with him, and even the ones that don't. Like I think even one day, like the ones that don't, the ones that like mock him or like badmouth them like after the fact, like they'll find their purpose in life. Like they'll find like a little like mean streak or a chip on their shoulder, like that mental part of them, and they'll like appreciate somebody like him in that moment. But
dude, it's all good. Like I said, and like I've said many a times, you know, one of the things that Kobe has taught me was lead through love. You know, lead through love and lead through like just uh, a dominant nature. You know,
mm-hmm,
um, since his passing, I feel like I've gone out there every day, and all I've done and try to do is work hard and be the best that I can be, and you know, that's the way that I'm paying homage. Um, Go out there and do the same, and I challenge every person to do that same. You know, and you'll know if you're really doing it. Like the people that have just said it are gonna weed themselves out, but the people that are really doing it and really paying homage to them are really gonna stick out. You know,
yep,
um, I I I I hope that I cried my last tears yesterday, but all in all, it was a beautiful service. But I think there was a bigger lesson that was taught yesterday. And I think that was the strength of Vanessa. And I think that we should all be there for her, the rest of the Bryant family, the kids. Just because we're fans and just because we never met them doesn't mean that we can't
mm-hmm,
help someone that was there for us. And once again, people are like, oh, well, you know, what about the millions of troops that served and did for us? Coming from a foreign military person, I never asked for any of that. I'm not a famous fucking person. I didn't impact it. Millions of people's lives on the same scale.
yeah,
So fuck that. You know, this is someone that honestly taught me to be a better man. It still continues to teach me that, you know, when my wife comes home tonight, I can't. There was like 2, 3. There was weeks ago where I couldn't be like, man, fuck, just sit there and watch your American Idol or whatever and just chill. You know, now, no, let me give you a hug. Let me give you a kiss. Let me be here. Let me love you. Let me love you like you love me. I was ungrateful. It's just different. But no, let's move on to the show though. You good?
yeah, man, I'm good. You good over there?
I'm fucking good, G.
Hell yeah.
In the words of Jay-Z, I'm a businessman, not a business. Damn. Or no, he said I'm a business, damn, not a businessman.
Hell yeah.
The Bucks are the fastest team in NBA history to clinch a playoff berth. Does that make them the clear favorite in the East for a title?
Man, you know the take I made last week. I still stand with it, man. Yeah, that's a feat. Like that team is fucking humming, dude. I do think though in like playoff format basketball that, and with the long season that attrition is gonna catch up to him, and I think somebody might catch him. Um, like I said, I made the call for the Raps or the Pacers. Um, I still stick with that. Like respect them, like, but even looking back, like
I mean, there's plenty of examples.
Golden State had that record-setting season, and that was the year that they lost. Like I don't know. I think with how they're playing, like it really lends itself for them to run out of steam and get caught.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna agree with you. And I'm the same person that is taking the Bucks to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But as far as it making them favorites for a title, that we've seen this too much in sports. We saw this recently with the Wilder fight. We saw this recently, or we've seen this fairly recently in a couple of years with the New England Patriots, where they had a really good or really like great undefeated season and then lost.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest example, my most shining example, my favorite example is the 72 Dolphins. That is my favorite example. I don't like this for the Bucks.
Yeah, I think it adds pressure.
I think that it adds. Well, we'll see how you and I's Eastern Conference break down, because I picked the Bucks to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, but obviously, me being the superstitious type of better than I am, this does make me worry, because you can possibly walk in with too much gas.
Mm-hmm. And I love him, but I continue to make this point. I think with the inconsistencies of Middleton and losing Brogdon, like losing just another a backcourt,
Presence. Yeah.
like just losing a defensive presence that can score too and facilitate. Middleton is like, he's been balling, but I don't know, he's still fucking like just goofy. Like he is due for a game of shooting like 20% from three and airballing some shit, like, or taking some like ridiculous like moving 3-point shot like right in somebody's eye. Like he's just, I think losing Brogdon's like big for them. They are deep too, but I love the versatility of the rosters with Toronto and Indiana. Like I just think in a 7-game series, and after a long season and attrition and like those teams, like the Pacers, like I had the Pacers at the beginning. Like I love their team, their talent, but like they were banged up, they had some injuries. They're still trying to like plug and play and like learn each other. I feel like that attrition and like some guys getting healthy and like learning how to mess with each other, like they're not going to be like dead tired like the Bucks roster will be at the end of the year too. And I even think that the Raptors might slow up a little bit. Like,
Thanks. Hey, really quick, Corrupt. Message me, get at me. I'll help you out. That's literally what I do for a fucking living. Dude, no, I gotta somewhat agree with the Pacers, plugging and playing and trying to get healthy. I think the Bucks. I'm still gonna pick the Bucks to be the clear-cut favorite to the Eastern Conference Finals. In terms of them getting to the finals, I now worry. I picked them to go up against the Lakers. I feel like that's going to be our best matchup possible for us as viewers and sports fans, so on and so forth. But goddamn, as superstitious as I am, this type of stuff, it really worries me as a sports fan. It's actually kind of daunting when you got something this good going for you. And it can actually hurt you. Hang on.
you got to do that podcast today.
Huh?
You got to do that third pod today soon, don't you?
That's later.
Oh, there. Yeah, you're not in my time zone. Forgot about that.
Never mind. All right, we're so good. Fuck. Yeah, no, I don't have to record tonight until 9 for that other podcast.
Okay.
No, it was Spotify that was acting stupid. Spotify always does something crazy when I'm recording it.
Yeah. Corrupt said something about the Heat. Like, that's another team I mentioned last time we were talking. Like, that's a team that I think can play spoiler for somebody too. And then on the West Coast, team that I think has play spoiler is your Nuggets, man. Like, they're just deep, and they've been balling.
I don't ever see the Nuggets getting a title anytime soon. They're not necessarily my Nuggets.
Well, yeah, like they're the team over there now. Yeah, I know you're a Lakers fan, but that's like your second team, like right? Like you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I know you don't fuck with the Wizards.
Hang on, dude. Why the fuck is this shit being stupid? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna. I'm gonna hit something.
Usa, man.
I know. It's difficult working with technology. Let's get into the next topic though. Let's see here. So we all know that I'm a fan of Ja Morant, and this could possibly, let's just entertain this honestly. Could Zion Williamson win Rookie of the Year? Yes or no?
I don't know. He could, but for me, it's Ja. He's been there. He's been consistent. He's been playing. Like he's made that team that everybody thought would be like just absolute dog shit. Like kind of like they got a little fight in them. Like they're not just like a pushover team.
For me, it's Ja. But if Zion gets the Pelicans into the playoffs, I see where analysts can get off picking him.
I think that's like a lot of that's the rest of the squad though too. Like Ingram's been balling. Like they're a deep team too. Like
I don't like it. I never said that I like it, and I'm definitely stating that that's not my pick. So I'm stating that Ja Morant is definitely my pick. I have said this before on air, and I'm making sure that we don't confuse this with me swapping my pick. Ja Morant has gotten it in the bag, but I don't like someone coming in mid-season and now I can get the award. Like, no.
yeah. I don't like that either. Too. I think it goes to the guy that consistently was doing really well. And Ja, like I said, like that team was totally like written off. Like they were like everybody's talking about like they're gonna get like a top 3, top 5 pick again, and they're like what, like 1 game, like 2 games under 500, I think. Like, yeah, Ja's already kind of established himself. Like it just.
I'm not entertaining it. I mean, we had to bring it up just because there's people. There are people that aren't our people. There's people that want to discuss it. I feel like even discussing it is so completely unfair to Ja and what he's done this season, his body of work. I just don't even want to entertain the disrespect.
I agree.
I guess he can, Crazy Mofo. Apparently he can qualify for Rookie of the Year. Excuse me. There are already media members that I'm able to point out that I feel like are going to vote for him. And I just wish that my vote mattered so I could be that 1% that sways it. I care more about that vote than some other votes in some other categories and some other places. That was another subliminal shot. I'm getting pretty dark, aren't I?
No, you're cool, man. It's warranted.
It's warranted. Final topic of today's show. Yo, this shit is fucking hilarious to me. Okay, dude? This sounds like something out of a movie. This sounds like Vince Papali, Invincible, the Philadelphia Eagles Disney movie type of shit, all right? We don't cover this sport often, but Leafs defense may or may not appreciate this. Zamboni driver and emergency goalie David Ayers. David Ayers was activated for the Carolina Hurricanes after both teams' goalies went out, and the 42-year-old saved 8 goals. Hang on. Saved 8 goals or 8 shots for the win against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who, by the way, who he was originally supposed to be part of their team, their emergency goalie. Is this something out of a movie or what? Like what the fuck, dude? I mean,
it's a crazy story, man, and you'd love to see things like that, but I don't know. I think it's an anomaly. Like that's why I love sports, man, because it's just you'll see stuff like that, like people that just have like heart or just like will have a performance like that or do some crazy shit. It's why I love sports. But yeah, it is a crazy story. I know how like everything is nowadays. I could see it being like spun into a movie or like something like that. But it was cool to see. It was cool to like hear about, and good for that dude. Like he got his moment, man, and he shot his shot and he fucking came through. And he fucking performed at a high level. Not a lot of people even get to be there, and not a lot of people actually perform when they get there.
so really quick, the last time that an emergency goalie was activated was I don't have his name. I do remember the time when it happened. It was this time last year, 2016, the Chicago Blackhawks activated an emergency goalie. So this is something that's happened before, but I don't think in this manner. I mean, you're the team Zamboni. You're the Zamboni guy. Your job is to clean ice with the big machine. And apparently the guy from the Blackhawks was actually pulled out of the crowd.
That's crazy. How did he do?
I did not go that far into it, but I don't think that it was 8 shots saved in the third period. Like 8 shots saved in the third period. That's some impressive shit. Now, to be honest, it would have been more impressive if it happened for the Leafs, which, by the way, Leafs fans, there was a chance he was supposed to be your goalie. The Canes just called him up first. You know, so it is what it is. Yeah, I know he played for the Marlies practice roster.
Yeah. No, but it's a crazy story, man. Like I said, it's awesome that guy went out there and had a performance like that. Not a lot of people even get that chance, or they fucking fuck it up, or they never get there. So kudos to him, man. That was a cool story.
So his NHL record. His NHL record was like 8-0. Or was like 0-8. And then he like went 8-0. Like he was terrible in the little leagues. And then gets a call in the third period, saves 8 goals. What a beautiful piece of American work.
Yep.
In the Carolinas against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Hashtag Leafs defense sucks.
Oh my god.
I love Triet.
Tree's gonna be pissed at you.
Triet's my favorite person in the whole fucking chat history period. So I think Triet can take one day of me roasting them for a day. Triet's literally like one of my fucking favorites. Other than that though, like that's our show. We went over a whole lot today. AB, someone get me my guitar. Deontay Wilder with a 45-pound suit that slowed him down more than a troop in Afghanistan. I can say that joke because I've been there, done that, and well, AB, that's a piss poor excuse, little bitch. A Zamboni driver that came out of nowhere and made a movie out of his life, all the way down to the NBA playoff picture. 26 games to go. I will be calling NBA action tomorrow. I believe I said it's what, the Hawks game I'll be calling. I think it's like Hawks versus Rockets, something like that. I don't fucking remember. Yes, Hawks versus Rockets. That's actually what I'm calling, Hawks versus Rockets. More TBL action to come. More special guests to come. It's been a very crazy 2 weeks. Absolutely fucking insane. But we love and appreciate all of you. Nick Howard, holla at the people, bro. Talk to him. What's coming up? What you got?
Still, I've been a little distracted lately. It's been busy for me, but
Rumboyz Fitness.
What's that?
Rumboyz Fitness.
Rumboyz Fitness. Yep, that shit's coming. Pumped for that. Pumped to get with you, get with Brian, help some people out, help you guys out too.
It's gonna be you, me, Brian, and the homie Fantasy Football Peacock, Miles. Miles, you've seen him on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we're all gonna like track our fitness journeys.
Hell yeah.
Which I'm out beat you.
No, dude, I don't like to be at work, so
I drink and I smoke and I'll still outwork you. In my sleep. Easy.
Man, you got a business to run. I don't know. You can't put the time in like I can. We're sitting here going back and forth. I was
hooping. Heard it here first. This motherfucker challenged me.
Yep. Yo, because there's always another mountain dog. Like, and I'll even if you beat me, I'll still take victory in a loss of any sort. So in a way, like, you got to play that mental game. Like, a dub for you is a dub for me. So
a dub is a
your say to that. Like, I don't know.
It's a dub, period. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, got that shit coming. I've been like kind of procrastinating. I need to put out I want to do like a video where I'm talking about like the changes, like my channel and everything that's gonna like launch soon. I picked a spot to film, but I'm just like waiting for a good day. It's been fucking rainy and shit, like dark. Cleveland weather sucks, man. It's like it's nice to wait 10 minutes. What's up?
Who's like, you still here, Robbie? I'm the hardest working man in the sports industry. Of course I'm still here.
That's hilarious. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'm gonna have the man cave video drop soon. I've been talking about it for fucking ever. My bad.
A year. Okay, not a year. It's been like 7 months.
Yeah. But just been busy, man, on the grind. Not been home a lot. Fucking out fucking around. It's bucking season too.
Yeah, dude. I fucking feel that 100%. A lot. I'm a wild thing. Down. This weekend I'm gonna really make my heart sing. Excuse me.
Hell yeah, man.
It's sports podcast on the internet. I feel like there hasn't been anything in the industry like this since like the early 2000s. We need this since what I view this as is the best damn sports show. Remember the best damn sports show?
Mm-hmm.
Times that shit by 1,000,000.
Yeah.
Everything that they wanted or what they envisioned is what this is. This is Jimmy Kimmel Late Night Live, like mixed with like some Sports Center, mixed with some Around the Horn, mixed with some First Take, like mixed with some Undisputed. If you like all that shit, we're literally doing it, but when we do it bigger than everyone else. We just fucking bust on the rest of the community like it's nothing. And I meant that as a nasty reference.
That's hilarious.
It is fucking hilarious because it's true.
Fucking wet paint.
Wet paint.
Wet paint.
No, for real though. At the end of the day, this is a family. Aside from it being a business, we do love and appreciate all of you. By the way, Crazy Mofo, I bragged about you today for beating me and that fantasy league. So just know that you have my biggest love and respect. I bragged about you on a podcast across the pond. Shout out to Fifth Yard Rush. Make sure you guys subscribe to Fifth Yard Rush. Subscribe to the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football podcast. I'll be on their podcast tonight. Both those episodes will drop Thursday this week. They do uploads. You know, we do the live shit. But I'm on a whole marketing campaign for this whole week. Thursday, I'll be on Off the Ball podcast, a basketball podcast. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll probably bring J Love on with me for that to help me out, to be honest. To be real fucking honest. We're working harder. We're working harder every day than anyone else. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, N-E-T. And I love everyone part of the T-E-A-M, the team. I tried to make that rhyme and fuck that. That was terrible. I love everyone part of the team. I love everyone part of the fucking family. Y'all are the shit. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. Let me get my shot glass. All the rum boys and girls, what to do. I'm going to take one more for all of you. It feels so good to be back here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I love all y'all.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls. What it do?
Good job, Nick.
Dilly dilly, homie.